Bonjour et bienvenue sur ce let's play sur Honkai. Nous faisons des épreuves pour arriver au théâtre. Ne me demandez pas pourquoi, je sais pas. C'est une idée de marche, on a su son idée. C'était la seule qui avait une idée. Comme quoi finalement. Du coup, la première épreuve c'était des petits combats. Et la deuxième c'est on tire. Hein? Ah. Alors c'est soit épreuve de tir, épreuve du temps. Ah, épreuve de tir me paraît plus adéquate, selon. Oh non, je sais ce que c'est.
Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Cloggy series, Hanu!
C'est l'épreuve de tir, justement. Ok.
It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Cloggy scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms. Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and suspenseful story with him. Good luck in there!
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time.
Oh oui, ça, il y a plein d'oiseaux sur le chemin. Oiseaux chamboulés. Je fais de mon mieux pour me cacher, et tu m'as quand même trouvé, Cui. Lorsque tout le monde s'est caché dans le ballon, j'ai été le seul à trouver une cachette secrète, Cui. Je me suis même mis la tête en bas pour cacher ma chevelure, Cui. J'ai déjà vu 1 million de fois. Oh non. Quoi? D'autres oiseaux connaissaient la cachette dans la statue? Je ne suis pas le premier à l'avoir trouvé, Cui. Ça ne va pas du tout, Cui. Tu vas voir, tu ne me trouveras jamais lors du prochain tour, Cui. Miam, miam, miam. Ouais.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good! Looks like you've got the hang
I'm
of it.
small.
In this Hanu's adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. Old Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bombhead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
J'avoue, je m'attendais pas à cette épreuve. J'avoue, ça me stresse ce mini-jeu.
Oh, brave Hanu! You look like you could really use some help!
Oui.
Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam?
C'est vrai que je suis stressée. Selon le scénario, c'est à vous de m'apporter votre aide. Vous mourrez d'envie de répondre ceci au petit rêve, mais étant donné votre personnage, vous ne pouvez pas répondre plus bas. À la cool. Vous avez échappé à un la histoire donc très cool. Il s'agit de le plus cool de l'histoire.
Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize Dreamville? What a dreadful twist of fate! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. And I also know there's one just upstairs. But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first. No Jigsaw, no moving forward.
Laisse échapper un sur un ton très cool. Seule une personne aussi cool que vous auriez pu dire, on aurait pu répondre ainsi. C'est d'une perfection.
Now scurry along, Hanu, but tread carefully. Two ne'er-do-wells are also eyeing those jigsaw pieces. Either outsmart them with the quick knockout, or ensure they don't catch you in the act. I can't wait to see you finish the dream jigsaw. Best of luck, Hanu.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us.
Oh.
It appears we can't climb the stairs and
Nee.
look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Oh. Oiseau protecteur. Oui. Suite de ta laisse, s'il te plaît, à nous. J'ai mis des livres sur le côté rien que pour toi, Cui. Mais c'est à nous. Pourquoi il faut mettre des livres pour un mus pareil? Je lâche ça. Cool. Dépêche-toi, Cui. Si tu décides pas, le laquais de Boston vous te rattraper, Cui. Je vais m'envoler pour les distraire. Profite pour t'enfuir, Cui. Alright. Et là, je fais comment? Je vais tenter un truc. Je vois pas aller où la pièce. Ah, la caméra. Ah mais je peux pas sauter? Je ne peux pas sauter. Ah! C'est terrible.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Ça y est. Mais ça va clairement là. Ah. Excusez ma débilité.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment! My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched. Hurry now, Hanu! Touch that TV set and transform back into your own self. Then head upstairs. Your
Are such haphazard instructions really okay? Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu?
Oh. Qu'est-ce qu'il est cool.
Comment? C'est vraiment nécessaire.
What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là, toi aussi?
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be your translator! Tick-tock!
Oh, why not?
Hanu says, battle! We must do battle!
Oh, Elias de billets.
The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
D'accord.
So they just jumped inside that TV. Sheesh. Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
Bingo. Où est-ce calme?
Puis, pourquoi une telle hâte de Boston en a encore après toi, Cui? Oh, j'ai bugué sur ça. Quel vacarme! J'ai parié que même Mamie Mouche et Tête en Blond ne peuvent pas rester en place, Cui. Chasse-les de la ville. Ne panique pas, mon ami. Nous n'avons rien à voir avec ces gredins qui rient et hurlent. Parce qu'au moment où l'idée de chasser les méchants de la ville vient à l'esprit des amis de Hanou, c'est comme si c'était fait cuit. Au revoir. Il est également temps pour moi de m'envoler. Que la gloire m'accompagne. Miam miam miam. Oh, j'ai bugué. Oh, il y a un petit insecte. Non.
Well, here we go again. Ready?
Yes.
I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
No? Did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is just exploding with all sorts of high-level shenanigans. Last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. The mischief makers have broken into his home. But brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints for the storage room, ready for a do-or-die showdown against the baddies.
But we still don't have any weapons in hand.
Guess what? Hanu's favorite bazooka just so happens to be in that storage room. So there's a move on.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor. The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Oh, je peux pas le prendre. Du coup, c'était une trappe.
He was lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the Soaring Locust too.
très peur. Mais c'est good. Ah. Oh oh.
Careful. It looks like we've got more company. Get ready to fire.
Oh, j'aurais dû... It's fine.
Here we go again. But no big deal. We're pretty handy with this bazooka now.
Oh.
No,
Mais non.
not so unstoppable. Hanu has actually fallen. Quickly, return to the battlefield.
Oui,
and
oui,
seek
oui, oui,
revenge
c'est bon.
against the bad guys.
Poursuivre.
Here we go
Poursuivre.
again.
J'ai littéralement misclick.
That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Hanu is on a streak. Everyone, the stage is complete. Quickly, head through the TV to the next stage.
Voilà, je me sens mieux maintenant.
Well, that's that. But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka.
Réel.
Never mind. Let's hurry over to the next stage.
Not too shabby. Useful for alchemy.
Hein?
Go melt it down.
C'est si long.
Congratulations to both of you. Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar.
Ah, désolé Firefly.
In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar.
Un gars aux cheveux
Welcome
rouges.
to the 33rd Scorch
Je
Sand
connais qu'un seul des
Festival's
persos aux cheveux
third
rouges.
stage in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, Superstar Showdown.
Ah, attends, non, on a deux. J'en connais deux. What? Attends. Ça peut être qui? Ah. Je vais prendre un screenshot pour la miniature. Oh, mes yeux. La reine 1 ou la reine 2? On va prendre la reine 1. Ouais, ok, c'est bien ce perso. Ok.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Ah, c'est moi qui ai dit ça. Oh. Je peux... Oh, la jolie fleur. Oiseau chevalier.
Cui, mon ami Grise, c'est vraiment un honneur de te rencontrer. Même les étoiles au firmament, ne peuvent égaler ta bravoure héroïque, Cui. Puissions-nous rester unis pour défendre chaque pierre et chaque branche de Rhévapolis. Et le félicitam aussi, Cui.
C'est de la même couleur en plus.
Oh oh, je suis le chevalier rouge, le puissant maître de zone, Cui. Au revoir, je dois aller défendre le félicitam glacé. Sinon, les autres oiseaux vont tout engloutir, Cui. Miam, miam, miam.
Sachez que pour farm, je l'ai battu genre 1 ou 2 fois maximum. Parce que je savais pas comment m'y prendre.
Please wait, my beautiful ladies. By the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I would see you again.
Oh, sa bouche elle est pas animée.
Turbulent times, your kind
Vous revoir,
faces
je l'ai jamais vu
gentle
encore.
breeze, bringing solace to my scorched heart.
Are you a knight of beauty?
Wow!
Hear ye! The rosy glow of the beauty has rendered you speechless. What an honor. Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, the cosmos unguarded by the beauty. Disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad-drive Intellatron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicaments safe and sound. I then led them all here to revel in the harmony with the countless other splendid beings.
Vous pouvez me laisser passer?
Saving the world? What a righteous act of beauty! If that won't do. The rules of the contest are sacred and inviolable, just like the beauty. What would be the noblest choice?
Ouais. Pour
That's
Penacony.
right. This magnificent dream is built upon the Stellaron and the countless sacrifices of many people.
Oh, to encounter deeds so vile they stir one's very soul. However, present-day Penacony bears no marks of the Stellaron's taint, and the family has always been renowned for spreading harmony. How can I be sure your words hold truth?
Vous ne faites pas confiance à votre cher ami? Non, on va prendre... Je l'ai jamais vu encore, c'est la première fois que je le vois dans le jeu, enfin dans le scénario.
Forgive me, my dear friends. If you cannot present irrefutable evidence, I must not yield, lest I dishonor the name of the Knights of Beauty. But if what you say is true, in the name of beauty, let us use this fated duel to test your mettle. Though upon arrival I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence. It matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of the dream's beauty. What matters is that I now stand before you. Our paths have crossed. I, Argenti of the Knights of Beauty, am humbly requesting a battle with you both, in the name of the Code of Chivalry. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant me passage to the Crown of Victory, and recognize that Idrilla, the beauty, is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Ok. Ces boucliers là. Oh.
For this trial set forth by the beauty.
I reforge all things.
Let's duel. Time's up.
What the heck, c'était quoi ça?
Rise to the challenge.
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. Those promote gun, those To the soul.
Evil, leave at once!
Rise to the challenge.
Bring it on.
Let's
Remember to tie her
for
heart.
all your might.
Nice, like my friend. Indulge yourself! Insanity. To the soul. That's how you...
Dazzling ninja report.
Let's duel. There's your reward.
Bon, évidemment qu'il y a plusieurs phases.
Fiction.
Ça, c'est pas drôle.
Friends are indeed on fighting iron. The laurels of victory belong to a trip.
Insanity. To the soul. Step up, let's see ya.
Cosmic ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration. Ha! Leave!
Put forth all your might.
Haven't eaten yet. Turns up.
That's enough. I have come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield.
Yippee!
Beautiful! Truly a captivating contest. It is through you
Attendez, je
that I
vais mettre
realized
en
to
miniature.
uphold the honor of a driller.
Il est joli.
Further hone my skills.
J'aime bien quand c'est joli.
What a beautiful lesson indeed! Go forth, my dear friend. Beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Comment on fait un ulti déjà? Comme ça. Tout ça pour ça. Nickel. La strat maintenant c'est de fermer les yeux. Faut pas que les yeux soient agressés par la lumière. Waouh! J'ai pas eu le temps de screen du coup. J'ai pas vu. Oh là là, ça sent l'oiseau. Attendez, ça me gratte l'œil.
Congratulations to the galactic baseballer and Firefly on becoming this
Ah, il est là.
festival champion.
Oiseau applaudissant.
Oh, c'est la championne Cui. Félicitations Cui. Je vais te dire un secret. Même l'invincible chef rouge n'a jamais été champion en Cui. C'est mon gars sûr. What the fuck. Je suppose que les forts, qu'ils soient oiseaux ou humains, se reconnaissent entre eux. Et puis je te connais, ça veut sûrement dire que je suis une pro moi aussi Cui. Au revoir. Si tu gagnes la prochaine compétition, n'oublie pas de partager ta victoire avec tes amis Cui. Miam miam miam.
C'est mon gars sûr, Taï. Très satisfaisant. Merci, merci. Oh! Oh, trop mimi. C'est trop chaud, j'ai Pastel dans mon équipe. Oh, j'ai pas récupéré le truc.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites ici?
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
J'en sais rien, moi. Pourquoi cette question? J'ai faim. J'ai envie de manger un truc.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Mais le scénario m'embrouille.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony.
Vous sentez? Vous sentez ça? Ça sent une cinématique juste après les dialogues.
Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Oh, y a pas de cinématique. C'est décevant. J'ai envie de manger un truc. Je sais pas quoi. J'ai pas des petits gâteaux. J'attends la cinématique s'il y a pas de cinématique. Oh!
You mean to say that for the longest time there have been scoundrels who would
Oh
use
non, il y a la
this
musique
charm
d'angoisse en plus.
that
Je
I
la déteste.
have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition.
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the five
La dernière fois qu'il y avait une voix bizarre comme ça, c'était avec le collier. Je dis ça, je dis rien.
to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron. Do you
Pardon.
have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this Nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. if we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song. Just...
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up, and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. The magnitude of this matter is enormous, and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood? Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly YIIIPPPPEEEE?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One? YIIIPPPPPEEEE.
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, Echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Xiippppppppee. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
Arrêtez de tourner autour des plus pauvres et venez-en en fait.
Patience
Super.
is a virtue.
J'étais à fond dans le scénario, je suis désolée,
However,
j'ai pas parlé.
I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Hop, s'il n'y a pas une cinématique après.
Huh? Where'd he go?
C'était bête.
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Vous nous avez emprisonnés?
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen.
Lequel,
The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
What? Oh. Oh, c'est horrible. Je peux me prendre un truc à manger avant? Je reviens, parce que j'ai très faim. Ok. Je suis de retour. Horrible comme choix. Pardon pour les bouts de papier. Hop. Oh! Oh! À chaque fois après cette pause, à chaque fois je loupe. Elle est trop cool. Oh, mais il y a un truc ici. C'est horrible. Ah, on peut discuter pour leur point de vue.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be sad.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine to humor him. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage.
Oh.
No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
I can't decipher his intentions.
Ça, c'est un point que j'aime bien dans Honkai, contrairement à ZZZ. Les personnages se tournent quand tu leur parles. Dans ZZZ, tu parles à un personnage et ils se retournent pas, juste tu parles dos à dos avec le personnage. On veut tous fabriquer une cage.
Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Oh, chiant. Chiant. En vrai, s'il avait pas précisé que c'était en hiver, j'aurais pris le nid. Mais là, il a précisé que c'était l'hiver. Après, en soi, si tu construis un nid... Mais désolée, mais je crois que je vais prendre ce choix, hein, parce que en vrai, si tu construis juste avec des brindilles, ok, chiant, l'oiseau, il va pas survivre tout l'hiver, jusqu'au printemps. Mais en vrai, si tu rajoutes genre de la fourrure animale, wow, même de la fausse fourrure, je pense, du coton, des fibres, je pense qu'en vrai, c'est possible. Après, tous les oiseaux ne meurent pas en hiver, hein. Les nids, c'est chaud, c'est douillet. À part les nids de pigeons. Vous avez déjà vu des nids de pigeons? Ça, c'est... Deux brindilles au sol, ça va pas le faire. Mais si c'est vraiment un joli nid avec du coton, des fibres bien chaudes et tout ça, je pense que c'est ok. Après, les animaux sauvages, bon, ça, on peut rien y faire, en vrai. On contrôle pas les animaux sauvages dans la nature. En vrai, ça dépend du choix d'après, s'il y a un deuxième choix. Parce que là, ils sont tous en train de dire... Ils sont tous en train de me diriger sur bâtir une cage. Parce que c'est l'hiver. Il y a des animaux sauvages, du coup... On est empathique, empathique. On a de l'empathie. On est empathique, mais j'arrive pas à le dire. On a de l'empathie pour l'oisillon, du coup on veut bâtir une cage. Pour qu'il soit en sécurité et tout. Mais moi je m'y connais en oiseau. Je sais qu'un nid c'est chaud. Du coup, j'ai envie de construire le nid sur place. Après... On réfléchit pas. Auriez-vous suivi le plan d'origine et bâti le nid d'oiseau avec un filet souple là où la colombe... En plus, tu mets un filet. Donc en soi, attends, ça dépend où tu mets le filet. Mais si en soi tu fais un bon nid bien douillet, bien chaud là, et que tu mets un filet au-dessous, en dessous plutôt, en vrai y a pas de souci. Je pense que c'est ok, hein. Et ça, c'est quoi? De protéger des nerfs impossibles dans un chaleureux foyer. Non, mais un oiseau, c'est pas fait pour vivre dans un foyer chaud déjà. What the fuck? Non, on reste sur celui-là.
Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the fledgling.
Il meurt? Bah, c'est pas grave. C'est triste. C'est la chaîne alimentaire, tout ça, c'est pas grave. C'est pas notre faute en soi.
From what I've observed, There are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vosicle Scorpion, Asdana Wolverine, and the Huntington Winged Snake.
Mais scorpions, ça mange pas les oiseaux. Serpent, ok. Carcajou, je vais voir ce que c'est un carcajou, je reviens. Ok, un carcajou, c'est un glouton. Oh. Mais après, si vous me donnez ce genre d'animal, bien sûr que je vais être du côté des prédateurs, c'est adorable.
Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove.
Écoute-moi bien.
Painful death.
Je sais pas quoi dire. Non, mais il a pas compris en fait.
As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser.
C'est le jeu, ma pauvre Lucette. Hein.
This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance.
C'est quand il était dans le
It was
confessionnal.
during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser.
Ok, ouais, c'est le jeu
And an
professionnel.
illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves.
Alors, il a vraiment dit slave. Du coup, c'est pas servitude, c'est vraiment des esclaves.
He had a plan in place.
On garde ça en tête.
He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences.
Ouais, ce
I'll tell you
choix.
the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you
Oh.
do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might.
Bon, on va lire. Je pense qu'on sera tous d'accord pour celui-là.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story,
Oui.
I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all.
Ah.
He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhounds send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
A dream chaser story. If I act acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
Oh. Oh. Ok, là je suis perdue. Là ça parle pas d'oision. Je m'y connais pas en... Si, je m'y connais un peu en humain hein, quand même. Mais je m'y connais plus en oiseau qu'en humain apparemment. Je ne saurais quel choix faire. J'ai envie de choisir celui-là en vrai. Je vais lire hein. Ok. Mais en même temps... Il a vendu ses gosses. Il a vendu ses enfants. On se projette, ok. Là. Enfin non, je vais pas faire de choix, mais... Il a vendu ses enfants, ok. Parce qu'il pouvait pas s'en occuper, tout ça. Sachez que j'ai 2 neurones, du coup faut pas m'écouter. Mais c'est selon moi. Après... Ok, les enfants sont vendus, ok. Là, on va pas imaginer ceux qui subissent dans, entre guillemets, le meilleur des mondes. Et imaginons qu'ils réussissent, entre guillemets, son rêve et qu'ils rachètent ses enfants. Le traumatisme des enfants derrière... Ok, t'as récupéré tes enfants, mais le trauma... Du coup, en vrai, je sais pas, parce que... En fait, aucun des choix me convient, parce que dans les 2 choix, bah, il a quand même vendu ses enfants. Et le trauma derrière des enfants. Tes parents te vendent, après tu subis des trucs horribles, tes parents te rachètent, mais t'as quand même subi tous ces traumas. Du coup, je sais pas quoi choisir en vrai. Je sais pas quoi prendre. Oh, c'est dur. Je vais prendre ça. Mais vas-y, ça me saoule.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old Audie, but now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children?
What the fuck?
In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony, it didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood.
Ok. On va prendre lui, parce qu'il est là. Du coup, on a bien vu Anna Harajuku, ok? Ils ont pas précisé comment la balle, elle est allée, ils ont juste dit traverser son cou. Du coup, ça peut être shoot ou shoot. Sauf que... je crois qu'elle a juste un petit bijou, mais c'est vraiment un petit truc. Du coup, pour moi, ça a pas fait choup. Pour moi, ça a vraiment fait choup. Vu que là, il y a bien les bandes du ruban de son ras du coup on voit pas. Mais là, il y a quoi? Il y a des giga grosses veines. Et ces veines sont vraiment vitales pour ce que nous avons là. Ça s'appelle le cerveau. Mais du coup, non, elle serait morte. Comme ça, encore, je sais pas si comme ça c'est ok, mais je sais que comme ça, faut pas toucher aux veines qui sont ici. Sinon, il y a plus rien qui marche. Du coup, je sais pas, c'est bizarre.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments.
Oui, mais du coup, on est d'accord que c'est pas chouchou, mais chouchou. Y a pas de modèle là.
Could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest, because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Qu'est-ce que t'en penses, March?
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
Oh.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival against some unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experiences. With each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from reaching their next destination?
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity.
Bon. C'est une chanteuse banale dans... C'est une Azura finalement.
But the fact that she's also Mr.
Mais Azura, elle,
Sunday's
c'est un
younger
dragon,
sister?
c'est pas un petit oiseau.
No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
J'aime bien Azura. Je pense que la question est déjà répondue. C'est mon choix, effectivement.
I see.
I see. Et voilà, il les yeux fermés.
Aware of everyone's stances.
Ah ouais?
Raising these questions merely
J'ai eu combien au
serves to
test?
illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all.
Oh, regardez comme il est déchiré, ça se voit sur son visage qu'il est triste. Très convaincant.
Must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always
C'est la loi
accompanied
du
by
plus fort.
predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is
Comme La
known
Fontaine, il est pas
as
content.
order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds.
Quand c'est des vacances.
During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime.
En vrai, ça dépend des gens, hein. Je sais pas, est-ce que je suis heureuse en semaine? Je pense que oui, hein. C'est rare que, après, je suis quelqu'un de très positif, très soleil. Ma couleur préférée, c'est le jaune. Donc, je pense que ça va avoir un truc. Mais c'est rare que je suis triste. Bon, après, je suis hypersensible, du coup, ça m'arrive de voir des vidéos de chats et que je pleure, littéralement. Mais ils sont trop mignons, les petits chats, du coup, je pleure. Mais en vrai, de mon point de vue, ça dépend des gens. Je suis plutôt heureuse en semaine et en week-end aussi. Ah, quoique, en vrai, c'est triste les week-ends, je pense. Bon, j'en profite pour faire des vidéos, c'est cool.
Society's ideal system should be 7 rest days.
7 jours de repos, ça me va aussi.
There should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession
Ok,
of
là,
Sundays.
non, laisse-moi travailler quand
This
même,
should be the
Sunday.
face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
Nah. C'est cool de travailler.
Thus,
Quand on aime son
every
travail.
person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way.
Oh. Allô? Le jeu? Hein? Est-ce que OBS va bien? What? J'arrive pas à voir OBS. Oula! What the fuck? Hein? Oh, oui. C'était bizarre. Ok. What?
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Je me suis toujours demandé pourquoi Marge elle avait un pins d'un gland avec un pansement. Je trouve que ça fait un peu tâche sur son design, ça fait bizarre.
But what is the price to
Il y a eu
attain
un
all
giga
this?
bug, j'ai pas compris.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
Alors moi personnellement je dors parce que je veux me reposer. Mes yeux brûlent littéralement.
But this is not in conflict with the grand plan.
Ça fait peur de dormir en vrai.
Only in acknowledging this.
T'es vraiment mis dans un coma.
Understand the frailty of human nature.
T'es vraiment inconscient pendant plusieurs heures, ça fait peur en vrai.
And protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
C'est lui le faible. C'est un homme.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
On peut sortir de là?
Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Mon choix c'est lui. Pointer les fesses. Come here. Chicken. Ah. Ah. Ah bah super. Cinéma... Non.
What is this place?
Baby!
Does this place ring any bells,
What?
Misha?
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait là?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of déjà vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
Oh, j'avoue, je m'en suis fait spoil. Mais depuis le début. Mais je sais pas comment elle, du coup, elle le sait.
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
Cet endroit me rend vraiment vaguement nostalgique.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
Alright, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
I guess... maybe this way?
He's the king, he knows the way.
I'm not entirely sure, but...
Oh, il a
let's
pris
give
son
it a
nom.
try.
J'ai très envie d'utiliser...
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on...
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
On va s'arrêter là. Ça fait un peu long. Oh, et les papillons. Ça fait un peu long à s'arrêter là pour l'instant. Moi, je reprends juste après, je pense. Mais genre, pas longtemps. Oh, quoique, je sais pas. Maintenant ou je continue? Oh, je sais pas. Allez, je vais peut-être m'arrêter là parce que ça fait 2-3 heures que je tourne déjà. J'ai pas forcément mal à la tête ou quoi, mais il est tard. Peut-être que je dorme justement. Oh non, je veux pas dormir. Mais il est vraiment tard, du coup je pense que je vais y aller. Je continuerai un autre jour.
On se retrouve la prochaine fois pour la suite de ce let's play sur Honkai Star. Et c'était un épisode très...
j'ai pas les mots. Les choix là, ils étaient compliqués. Mais bon. Anyways,
on se retrouve une prochaine fois. Bye bye.